Gamers, we're back. Having a good time with the Bazaar again. I'm even having a good time when the game crashes because I think that that's funny. Sorry, I was reading the Discord because I thought that I had been kept up on the Discord. Then I realized I just hadn't scrolled in a while and there were like 1,000 new messages, so I had to digest those real quick. They're talking about Lou Malnati's. You know what's interesting? Radiant on a Pearl doesn't really matter to me. Bayonet that gets stacked could be good. I like the idea of a deadly powder flask making like a high crit chance weapon though. First though, we are going to need something to survive like day one. I should have bought coral armor first. I bet this survives no matter who you go up against. Yeah, I would find it unbelievable if it didn't. Who do we want here? I mean, you could put extra crit chance on a Fang. I think we don't really care. Haunted Kimono can't win. You got nothing to offer. Remember the days when Silk was like kind of, I don't want to say it was meta, but it could help you out? Man, that was a long time ago. If I may be so bold, by the way, I think getting 1 or 2 aquatic friends makes this a high probability of a day one win, even if our overall goal is probably to get like a double barrel to reload with a deadly powder flask. It's hard to compete with a day one build that has shield and poison. The one thing you could do is stack up poison faster for sure. That's a slap in the face, man. That's a slap in the face. Okay, well, we have a friend, so I'm going to take XP. And then I want a... I'm trying to think. Are there weapon friends? Well, you know what? At some point, we're going to want a double barrel. Reloading grenade might actually hit the spot.
Some more stories. Then come back and tell me.
Or... I don't think it's Mantis Shrimp. I'm going to take a quick look just to see what you got. Katana's really good. Lanjan can be interesting, but reloading grenade with a little diamond armor. Full set. That's the end of a true story told by a liar, man. If you've seen the movie, he doesn't have any diamond pants. Shielded jellyfish. I don't know, man. Poison is pretty deadly, don't get me wrong. And our coral armor is essentially useless. I think we'd probably lose. It would be really helpful to get a lot of crits. Like, the damage is coming in pretty quick now. I think it's probably too late. Yeah, it's too late. 3 days grace was wrong, man. Sometimes it is too late. We would have had the crit earlier, for sure. But you know what? If we can beat Covetous Thief and get, like, a sharpening stone, it's just kind of aura, wouldn't you say? Handedness. I'll take the free instead of re-rolling. But getting like, sharpening stone and... reloading on a grenade is just a humorous idea. It's so humorous, in fact, that I'm going to run it. The ultimate meme build would be silent reloading grenade that has a sharpening stone.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Of course, to make that happen, we need a silencer, which would be awesome if it showed up right now, but it didn't. You could run a bayonet. There's just a part of me that thinks, like, who cares? Was the bayonet's going to be an extra 10 damage? It's such a small portion. And I'm honing steel, we need the reload. Maybe one day you get, I was going to call it boombox. What's it called? Ramrod. Every time, I think it's not really a joke, it's reality. I think I've made that joke, quote unquote, that's actually like my real life experience many times now. Like the 3rd time. I don't know, I don't use ramrods in my day-to-day life, man. So it's not always top of mind when it comes to nomenclature, I suppose. One thing's for certain, the build is too slow. One thing we would love to see is more weapons on the board. So we actually should go to the weapon shop and buy everything. This is actually, now I'm coming to my senses and realizing this is a weapon spam build. Not really you. But you're already I was gonna say uploaded. You're already upgraded. Still, you use another ammo item, reload an ammo. I think you cut bait, man.
you ever head out to the dunes, tell him Dusty Colt sent you.
Tell him Dusty sent you. All right, whatever you say, weirdo.
Now, don't go shouting about it.
Obviously, like, we got some problems here with the ammo, from ammo-based perspectives, but I think we're gonna do a lot of damage. Doing a lot of damage can be important. Having a Clamora can be important, I suppose. Dooley. 0-win Dooley. The thing is, we really gotta finish the job pretty quick because we have no defense. So an early grenade crit would matter a lot. You got burn, you got shield. They are a little slow, but actually the burn's gonna come up pretty quick. Wallace is going to be tough to deal with, too. We really need some damage out there. Toot sweet. I've never in my life felt like grenade was like a slow item. This is a first for me. It's kind of driving me crazy, to be honest with you. It's kind of driving me crazy, but I believe in it, man. I believe in it. We need that grenade to be hasted. And you have to take a peek at Curio, right? Because if you can get, like... I mean, this is a given.
Been sitting there 20 years.
This is a given. And it puts you into a position, obviously. You get rid of that. Sell the Cove. Now you're at 11. Buy this and sell this. It's a pretty remarkable amount of extra damage. No haste items in here, unfortunately. In fact, not much of anything that we really care about, but I'll spend 2 gold on a little bit of damage, and a knee brace on day 3. It's a little late, but I guess we should have run like claws or teeth or something. Come on, you can work with me on this one, man. You could work with me on that. I could take you out. You got small weapons. You got a small weapon. You could reduce my cooldowns by like 2% or whatever. Long story short, I'm dead? No. How are you not critting? With all due respect. You crit at 25% all the time. How are you not critting at 45%? That's helpful. That means a lot to a fella such as myself. I'm not totally convinced we can beat Hoverbike Hooligan, to be honest with you. I just want to get 1 extra level so that maybe I can upgrade my knee brace before tomorrow. Or before combat, I should say. Before I play against a human being. Nice try, bud. Nice try. Single deadly grenade that reloads but does not be silent or sharpened, it mogs you. Weapon to the right of this gains 8 damage. Okay, upgrade a bronze item. For me, that's a given. The run kind of sucks. You invest in knee brace in the hopes that it doesn't suck forever. As naive as that may be. I think you guys are both gone. And I think we need to fill our board. Brother? Oh. Brother? So much for filling your board. But wanted poster is like one way to get ourselves out of the hole, at least. We would kind of need a bit of a miraculous payoff here. Now, I don't think it's going to happen. Let's put useless items on the right, useful items on the left. You'll notice I don't have anything on the far left. That's because I don't have the most useful item I could ever ask for, I suppose. You're burning, you're poisoning, you're slowing with your toxic smelling salts. What's your win condition is like a... I don't know. Your win condition is damage over time. Oh my god, I've ruined your life. How do you have that little HP? That was a perfect Mac? They've never had anybody hit the cooldown on them before? Dude, wanted poster is going to take me to the moon. I have no money, though. Find an abandoned chest. Well, you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, brother, but see if I care. Yeah, maybe one day there's something to that. I don't know. Similarly, like, give me a weapon. Small weapon would be nice. I don't think you're very good at all, but welcome to the board at least. I'll be honest with you. A Hexa does better against small weapons, or small items, but we do so much damage so fast. Unless they destroy grenade or powder flask, I feel like they're cooked. I feel like we're going to do too much damage too fast for them to be able to make it out. Not to mention this incredible amount of burn. I don't even know what they destroyed. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me what you've destroyed because the grenade's going to ruin your life. Okay, that's huge. We got some confidence back in ourselves. They always give crypto. I don't know why I'm looking to see what we're going to get. Okay, never mind. I don't think we want to do that. Let's take the Tyrant's whole kingdom. You know what? When you buy a weapon, increase the damage on all weapons by 1. You're silver. You're just going. I'm not going to transform you. So we want to buy cheap weapons whenever possible. You're a cheap weapon.
You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
You're an expensive weapon. There's a part of me that thinks I like knee brace. I can cut these two and run a crow's nest out there just to increase the crit chance on my weapons. I can't afford a bayonet. Are you serious? That's a sad story, man. I'm in. I'm all in. We buy it for that. We sell it. Keep the wanted poster in the bag. I still need to make up a gulf of XP.
Curio sells junk. We refurbish junk.
I don't think there's even any contest of what gets upgraded here, to be honest with you. Monica! That's not... Moika!
We're out to dethrone a king, not to
You have cannon, double barrel, lighter. You're doing damage fast. That's a staggering amount of burn as well. That's real rough, man. We're gonna need to do a lot of damage to you real quick. I don't think it's gonna come out fast enough. If I may say something, your life was almost over. So I'm actually not that pressed about this. I think we can pull it back here. Plus, if I may say so, most of our weapons are not that good. How do you feel about that? Most of our weapons kind of suck. So I'm trying to tell you that we can improve our run significantly. I'm not going to be able to afford these. Wait a second. When you haste shield 20, when you use a small item heal 10, I don't think this is going to keep us in the game like too well, but give it a chance at least. You know, I would upgrade the powder flask. You never know if I might get a weapon that I'd rather reload a little bit more. Like a elemental depth charge or something. Actually, almost everything that you have would be so sick, man. You've got so much sick stuff. I want to be your friend. Would you do me the honor? Would you do me the service of being my friend and giving me pistol sword? Would you do that for me? Would you do something like that for a fellow such as myself? Oh. It kills. It kills. I think I'm going to sell you in the grenade just because you're like by far our best item. And like nothing's going off an extra time before we run out of ammo.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons.
Haste reload this. Well, you can buy cheap weapons. It's such a minor upgrade. I feel bad saying it adds up, but it may genuinely add up, man. I'd have to sell so many things to buy. Maybe I should have prioritized that early. 120 damage is kind of sick. I can't believe the types of stuff that I'm upgrading here, man. Unk is really out here upgrading his Ballas on day 5. Unk is really out here not fighting against anybody who has bad stats on day 5. Can I get a pig on 0 wins? I know I rinsed a Mac, but that was a Mac that was perfect, man. I'm due. They got bug build, dually bug builds. Stop freezing my grenade. I desperately need my grenade to go off and crit. Please. Ooh! I definitely heard something pop in my shoulder when I did that. I'm okay. Just need to be able to use the mouse. That felt good, man. That felt awesome. I feel energized. I feel like a man. It did not feel like don't know how to exercise my emotions outside of the context of violence. It did not feel like that in the slightest. Did someone say that? Who said that? I mean, knee brace, it has some temptation, but the grenade is the straw that stirs the camel's drink, man. You already know it. I know it. Tried to sell the chocolate before I even got the chocolate. Use the stones to destroy the stones type stuff. You get the idea. I'm trying to stack up our HP so that every time we level up, we get even more HP, and the compounding gains, you know, they're going to make Warren Buffett look like a fool. You can't beat me. I have more HP than you, which is not supposed to happen at this stage of the game. As Vanessa, at least. I don't know what Pig gets up to. He might have like 50k by now. Regen kind of flicking me a little bit, I'm not going to lie to you. But you know what? You pay the price regardless. Okay, we can do it. I got a little scared. I did get a little scared, okay? XP potion, please, sire. Not what we want to see. But you know what? We're going to level up, I think. Take the easy way out here. 5 damage. You think so? Oh, we just take the guaranteed XP so you get that extra level.
Now this is how you win a war.
I think we're just well, no, we need ammo skills, bro. You obviously need ammo skills. And you obviously need, I mean, 14 damage on everything is actually pretty sick. I think when you use an ammo item, burn 2, to enable our burn skills to go off a little bit more effectively. Or to enable a barrel pivot. Oh, snap. Okay, now you got me thinking. What the heck? What the heck is this? Butterfly swords. Cannonade. This is more the type of Vanessa I was hoping to go up against. Can we talk about the fact that they had, like, more wins than me going into this one? And this is what their run looks like, and they're on level 5? What kind of opponents have they been getting fed versus the... No disrespect, okay, Franco? What kind of opponents were they getting fed versus opponents that I've been getting fed, man? One second, I gotta type in this. Pink Bunny VIP in my wife's chat? What the... Legendary is what I'm typing. Legendary. Get an item. Well, now we can buy cheap weapons. Relatively cheap weapons. You think we've reached... I just don't think you're that good, but... We might be at the point where you put in a throwing knives. These are a little bit too expensive. I see the appeal of a trebuchet for sure. I think the extra 40% crit chance is kind of valuable for what we're putting out here. And I think we got the right thing going. I don't think you buy trebuchet just to sell it. I think you could go. Actually, you should have left. Although you are an ammo item. Just keep stacking that up right now. Okay. Chili Charles. I would be stunned if we couldn't beat Chili Charles, man. Then again, now that I think about it, we have literally like 0 sustain. That being said, let's send it. You know what we do? No, we burn a little bit. And he doesn't do any damage to us. As long as we can keep his shields below our health, he's done. What would be nice is like if my grenade could like go off at any point, I suppose. Then you just whittle down that HP as much as you can. It's probably going to be closer than I would like, but I think we're going to be okay. Just need that grenade to go off real quick. There you go. That should do it, right? Not to mention the 3 extra burn. Oh my god, that was insanely close. Chili Charles, he's got hands. Especially when I don't even need anything that he's got. Although Icy Hammock, I'm realizing, now that I think about it, could be transformed into a medium Icy. Very interesting idea. Very interesting idea.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss
When you freeze, this gains 15 damage. I think I could buy and hold you.
Make me
And then
proud.
you, I'm gonna buy and sell. I'm going a little hard on lifting, to be honest. I don't want to hurt anything, but
Enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can.
is Zor Acid just crazy? When you burn, when you use an ammo item, burn too. You're gonna charge up so quickly. I know you burn, but you burn so slowly. Like pulling you out,
Must be a hole in my coin purse.
selling you because I think you're worthless. You're never making it back on the board, but I appreciate what you've done for me. You make it onto the board. You gotta haste the grenade. What else would I like you to haste? Probably the revolver, although you would just reload as well. 3.9 set 3. You have a 68, you had a 48. You would apply more burn faster, which would, okay. Yeah, I think this is the ticket, man. I simply can't, and I wish I could. There's no way I'm gonna generate the capital necessary. Okay, what I really want to see, win, lose, or draw, what I want to see is
You should know
your HP
I'm
versus
a-
mine. I want to see non-knee brace versus a few rounds of knee brace and HP maxing.
Not to screw up
1950 versus 3600. That doesn't mean we win. Their build could make more sense. Slow one item 1 second. I think we chill on that. Dude, the Zor Acid Gambit is totally working! It's charging up like crazy! And I'm so glad I upgraded Powder Flask now, because we're gonna run out of ammo on the grenade. We're kind of running out of ammo on everything, but... It'd be nice to pick up Inexorable and then feel like we could dump Crow's Nest for 3 more weapons, but we got a ways to go. We need something for free. Even if it is bad. We need something for free, even if it is not that good. What do we got here? I mean, when you crit haste an item for 1 second is pretty clutch, man. And just reducing cooldowns across the board would also go crazy. And just raising crit chance, again, allows you to free yourself from the yoke of the Crow's Nests. But... it's crazy the amount of gold we put into lifting to make it, like, just about as useful as this strength skill that we got, like, when we hit level 2. But you know what? It's nice to have both of them. You're a piece. You're a piece.
The tyrant's whole kingdom.
Level 10. We're not gonna enchant an item with shield effects, I think. If we were gonna do a random item... Well, do you think Zor Acid shields for as much as it burns? Shields equal to this item's damage. Dude, okay, never mind. Considering once the engine gets going, considering how quickly you go off, this actually seems to really help out with our defense. Our other defense is having a lot of HP. 1 extra burn, 4% crit chance. We really just want the crit chance, I think. Even though it's not that major, the burn, even though the burn, I'll admit, is 50%, is not key either. Okay, now, this is very, very, very interesting. At the start of every day, get an icy piranha.
It makes this more fun.
Our whole run is built to spam ammo items and then charge Zor Acid. But the idea of having, like, 9 icy piranhas and a Zor Acid out there is almost, like, it's too memeable to say no to. We'll see. That's all I'm gonna say is we'll see, because I don't even care. Connection issue, sure. Okay, I don't even care. We won. I can't force it. I can put 1 at a time out there, but again, that's less bullets, which means less charge on Zor Acid, which means the grenade gets slower, so like the whole flywheel kind of falls apart. You could transform it again, but I mean, come on. You gotta give the meme a shot here. You gotta give it a chance. I think, at least. I think you gotta give it a chance. I'm not gonna sell them, and I don't feel like I can pull Crow's Nest out yet. It would be kind of amazing to get
Where
lifesteal.
knowledge meets experience, you find mastery.
I'm trying to think of what else I would even want. I mean, spices is always, it's always, even another strength would be good, but. So yeah, another interesting run, man. I don't feel bad about this one at all. It would be nice to have something that scaled us through the run, you know? Like, the weapons just do as much damage as they do, and then that's the end. Spices.
Full sail, my boy.
It's kind of minor, I think. I think we want a weapon skill.
Good.
We could transform spices, though. See, this is more like what I'm talking about, man. Your weapons have +4 damage for each weapon you have, or every time you use a weapon, weapons adjacent to it gain 6 damage. That seems to fit very nicely with what we got going on. Man, it's an expensive reroll, bro. But I think it's got to be done. We don't have burn items. When you use your leftmost item burn, your non-weapon items have... Okay. By the way, you're not even our leftmost item, just for the record. I do think, now that I look at it, it's so hard to sell something here, man, but... Sure. Sure, dude. If I may... I'm trying to think of how to rearrange this to put you and I together. Like, you could get it going off pretty fast with this. This will give you a lot of burn quickly, which will charge you a little bit faster, but then obviously you're going to run out of ammo. The fights probably aren't lasting 15 seconds on average, so the extra burn we're getting here just seems to me to be worth it. I think. And then, weirdly enough, let's just... Oh, I didn't even move you. I just moved you to the left of that. I didn't even move you to the far left of the screen, man. That's funny, okay? I don't care who you are. That's funny. Now, the piranhas they're calling to me, man. I want to win now so that we have less urgency to the pivot. So when we pivot, we can pivot with more piranhas. Silver knee brace on the board late. I don't know, man. I honestly, God is my witness, I take that as a little bullish. I already got my knee brace off the board. We got the same amount of HP. I'm feeling like we're in a great spot. I'm feeling like you can't stop me. I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world. We do, I recognize, by the way, we run out of ammo, and once we run out of ammo, we really only run out on 2 items, but like it starts to fall apart a little bit. A little bit. I'm loving this idea, man. Just gonna say it. Can't afford the weapons. Too expensive. So I'll take the 11 regen. Now I know I said I couldn't afford it. It's really hard to dump. I don't think I can risk any coin, man. I wish I could. I don't think I can. We're broke all the time. More ammo? Extra ammo on you? It means more burn, means faster charges, it means a lot of stuff. We have none medium items, but I still think Lord Arkin doesn't stand a chance.
Is this creature challenging me?
I'm proud of this one so far. It is just kind of weapon spam, but with that icy fishing net in the backpack, it's more exciting to me than a boulder. Not to mention the wanted poster in the backpack. One thing we should probably do is just check out like what's doing the most damage on the run. Because I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure it's grenade. Now that I look at it, I think it actually might be Zor Acid, man. No, it's grenade. If anything, you just don't make sense. If anything, though, the bolus is the next item to go. 50 gold. Holy cow, we actually got something to work with. Mediums and larges. Sounds crazy. I don't think we want it. Maybe for Crow's Nest. Oh my god, dive weights. No, dive weights is not that. Well, it's nice for the haste, but I'm not going to shops. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to shops. I'm leveling. I'm a monster. Use an item with ammo against 5 crit chance. 2 regen for every ammo item you have is kind of good for like an easy monster. I wouldn't be upset at seeing that. I don't think any of the potions are what we're looking for though. And that every time we level, like it's that all that knee brace HP we accrued early is just percolating through the system and giving us even more HP. It feels amazing. I mean, sure, you could upgrade icy fishing that, man. And then it would give you diamond piranhas. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Even though it's just like a little bit of extra damage, it's the swag coefficient that I honestly, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Maybe you never will. I get it. So they're going to get it. Sorry, buddy. 82 gold, too. Armadillo tree.
I may be young for a
What do we lose
but
to?
I've seen my share of storms. My fight isn't with you.
Really, really strong shield, heal, and regen might be a problem. And of course, like, just getting hit in the face really hard. Slow actually strikes me as pretty bad for us as well. That shark ray is going to be a problem, man. that shark ray is going to be tough. That's a counter pick. I can respect your build. That's a counter pick. Are we on lethal? Not on lethal. Which means we have more time to build up. I don't know, man. There's a part of me that thinks, as risky as it is, you jettison... You know what? It's called Aura, sweetheart. Look it up. I couldn't live with myself if I published this video, even if it was a 10 win. I couldn't live with it without giving it a try. And then we could start transforming our ices, man, at some point. You never know, dude, right? Void Colossus. I have a feeling you probably rinsed me, but I also have a feeling I gotta give it a try, just to know, man. I gotta know. And maybe, what, do you freeze small items? Well, he only has one of those, so that's like not that great for me, to be honest with you. You've killed a piranha. That doesn't bother me all that much. You killed my grape shot. I'll be honest, that one bothers me a little bit more. We've gotten really lucky with the items they've destroyed, man. Thank you for never destroying my grenade, which actually let me pull that one out. And that was a real tough one. Oh my god, the skill. If they gave me when you burn, charge a shield item, that would have been disgusting. Now there's an element, when you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. Now I'm like, hold on. If you put this next to Zor Acid and Revolver, this thing's gonna charge like crazy, dude. Destroy an enemy item for the... Like, I know I just put them out there, but like the memes go crazy, dude. How about some more ammo skills? I don't want to take out the ammo items. I know you're going to say, why not take out the ammo items? I don't want to take out the ammo items because they do the burn, which charges the Zor Acid. First 4 times you get a slow, a little extra damage. Okay, we'll take the slow, I guess. And again, this may be the wrong idea, but it's where we're at. 2 turntables and a microphone. Now this takes me back. Individual gumballs. Turntables and a microphone. You know what I'm talking about? Back. It's called Odelay, sweetheart. Where it's at? It's called I've been drifting along in the same stage. You know what I'm talking about? It's talk about he's in love with the new pollute. You weren't there. You weren't there in 97. I wasn't, but I had the good sense to catch up. Not everybody feels the same pull, I guess. It's a tough call, man. Because you actually... 1 ammo. Never mind, it's not a tough call. The 12-second cooldown reducer. I feel like with this build, that goes into Zor Acid. Mostly to charge up Eye of Colossus a little bit faster. I do feel like Eye of Colossus is more built for a run where you have sustain so that you move the calculus in your favor. But it's unbelievably fun to destroy your opponent's items. That's a big element. Like Schadenfreude is a big element here. I'm gonna need you to break that shipwreck down. Toot sweet. And I'm talking like immediate. Thank you so much. It still might be a little tight because you got a lot of poison out there. Can somebody calculate? I think we lost. I think we lost. Well, we'll see, right? Because when we come back in, if we lost, we'll get a chance to get an enchantment. Yeah, okay. How about Icy? I am a slow. No, no way, man. No way. Gotta be enchant an item.
Space is my canvas.
We don't know what it's gonna be.
Time is
I
my
want it to be
paint.
you because you go off fast. But you go off so fast at the start of a fight. No, it only charges once. Get this going, man. I do think Poison Revolver is not what we're looking for, to be obvious with it. It's tempting to transform one of these, but it's also tempting to just send them out. You know what? You're fun, but you're not as fun. You're just not as fun as having 4 icy piranhas on the board. I wish it didn't have to be like that. I wish we could all get along, man. But it's we gotta give it a chance, right? And now I'm like, maybe this is a figurehead build waiting to happen. The worst thing, what do you do again? Worst thing would be if we went up against a build that has no smalls.
Abracadabra, it's...
When you crit with an item, reload another item, 1 ammo.
Now take your coin.
Let's take the tyrant's
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom. I do feel like now. I'm not willing to do that yet. What's your crit chance? 35, 30. Oh, I'm tempted. I am tempted. If we survive, we can always just pull it out and put out another piranha. You gotta admit, we're breaking it down a different way. This is not just Cutlass and Shadow Cloak anymore. We're doing some very interesting stuff. Now we just need, like, when you freeze. Well, actually, there are some crazy plays. What about, like, a Yeti Crab that gives poison to the revolver anytime anything gets frozen? That's a mighty interesting idea. That's a mighty fine wine. Use an adjacent, charge an adjacent. Again, very interesting on... Well, actually, it doesn't do much on Zor Acid, now that I think about it. You get mediums and larges. We don't care about that. I want to spend my gold. There should be a shop that's like... Spend all your gold, gain that much damage on a weapon. 10% of your health? Or 25 damage on everything, man. Let's go 25 damage. We got a lot of weapons. We got a lot of health, too, to be fair. If I'm being honest with you, I do think we probably lose. Because I think our run is a little bit of a meme. But I also think I could be wrong and it could crush. It's definitely going to slow down your hot stones. You're going to have a hard time dealing with 300 burn multicast, though. That heals you for that much. One thing's for certain, though. I wouldn't get too attached to the hot stones. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't okay, that was fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future.
All of this is
For
just
now,
training. Our
thanks for
real
watching.
fight is on Pelago.
I had fun. I had fun, and I'm going to run it back again. Later.